Did you know Canada actually has a serious problem with far-right extremism? And if you don't believe me, a very unfunny comedy troupe that went semi-viral recently highlights this problem. See, a bunch of their shows got cancelled after comedy clubs found out they were selling this disgusting t-shirt featuring a joke about Robert Pickton, a serial unaliver who hunted vulnerable, often Indigenous women. Relatives of the victims saw this t-shirt. The group, called the Danger Cats, have also made residential school jokes. Anyways, the issue ended up in the national news, so lots of people were talking about it. But one thing people didn't seem to know was that this group actually has ties to a far-right extremist group that I've covered a lot, Diagolon. I've seen members of this comedy troupe pop up on Diagolon adjacent podcasts, including in a big fundraiser the group did for their leader, Jeremy Mackenzie. These guys also share each other's gnarly posts on messaging boards, and sometimes even hang out in real life. Wow, they seem so cool. And if you think the t-shirt was bad, trust me, it's very in keeping with the kind of stuff these guys and their friends post all the time. In fact, researcher Dan Cullen just published a deep dive on the group and exposed the fact that the comedy troupe has been hanging out with Diagolon in some capacity since about 2022. Like, here's one member of Danger Cats hanging out with this guy. And here's another member of Danger Cats with Chris Lysick, who is one of the men accused of conspiring to unalive RCMP officers during the convoy blockade in Alberta, which the Danger Cat boys also hung out at. And when these guys were arrested, law enforcement also found a weapons cache containing this vest. Remind you of anything? So while these guys might seem like total losers can still be dangerous. If we don't take these guys seriously, we could accidentally normalize their messages. Dan Cullen, who reported on the group, told me this, quote, Danger Cats are one of many brands of far-right content which uses shock value comedy to promote serious beliefs which would not be easy to promote in serious messaging. Basically, they make it all look like a joke, but the message can stick. And for some of the guys they hang out with, it's not a joke at all. What do you think?